So, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Open Prakash Verma, and in today's video, we are going to start a very interesting topic of the two-day world. Okay, the topic name is soft computing. So, before going in the detail of the soft computing, uh, we have some, there are some very similar types of synonyms words we are using frequently in our daily life, such as artificial intelligence AI, such as machine learning ML, such as deep learning DL, such as data science DS, data mining DM. So these are the different very common words we are using frequently in our daily life, and it looks like and these terms are exchangeable to you can say these terms are very similar. Okay, so basically the broader term, all these terms are taken from the term AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, so soft computing, deep learning, machine learning, data science, data mining, what are these things? We will see in the we will try to clear the concept of these things with basically comparison. Okay, so first we started with some story. So I will try to present the soft computing or the artificial intelligence topic, these topics, in entirely some different way. Okay, so before going in the detail of the soft computing, I will try to make a I will try to make a squad planning. Okay, squad plan like a chakravyuh of Mahabharata. Okay, so before going into the chakravyuh of Mahabharata, to kill the Abhimanyu. Okay, so we have to prepare the some background. We have to create some background. Okay, so we are going to start the that background also, ground. So first we will talk about the evolution of computing. Okay, so evolution of computing is basically, you might be think as like this, just to think what happened at the beginning of the stone age. Okay, so at the time of the stone age, the people started taking shelters in caves. Okay, so they made attempts to immortalize themselves by painting their images on rocks, right? So with a gradual progress in civilization goes progress, as progress in the civilization, they felt interested to see themselves in different forms. So they started constructing models of humans being with sand, clays, and stones. So they are constructing, they are making the people like, you can say the Pratima of Saraswati, Pratima of a statue of, you can say, Durga, like this. So they are going to started the model of humans being with the help of sand, clay, stones, and the size, shape, constituents, and the styles of the models humans continued evolving. But the man was not happy with these models, right? Man was not happy. They are not happy with these models. They are only looked like him. These statues are only looking like them, right? So he had a strong desire to make the model intelligent. Basically, they have a very high desire to make the model intelligent so that it could act or think as we did or as they did. So this, however, was a much more complex task than what he had done before. So he took, it is a progress, it is you can say continuous process, and after a million of years, okay, to construct an analytical engine that could perform a little arithmetic mechanically. Okay, this was the Babbage. This was the Babbage. Babbage was the first person who have constructed an analytical engine. Okay, that analytical engine was the first significant success in the modern era of computing. So computer of the first generation which were realized following this revolutionary success were made of thermoionic valves. So at that time, thermoionic valves, with the help of thermoionic valves, the computer have been made, and the size of that computer is very very high. It took I think the size was to 10 to 12 feet and more than that also. So as the generation will comes of the computers, the size and the speed, okay, will changes or will modifies it, like such as you can say, for the second generation computers, okay, the at the time of at the time of 1947, 1946 1947, okay, at the time of you can second world war, the scientists have invented the transistors, okay, and due to the invention of transistor, using this transistor the second generation computer have been made, and you can say it is the more miniaturized size, okay. So basically these progress have happened, and after after some time the semiconductor after there is a revolution in the semiconductor industries, and these industries have started producing the integrated circuit, or after the discovery of integrated circuit, the third stage or you can say the fourth stage of the computers based on the VLSI and different types of MSI are now implemented, and the computer had come, okay. So such type of things have been arrived, or nowadays you can see we just Google, we write anything or we Google anything on the internet, and we see the result, how they respond in fastly, and in you can say in a smartly manner, or you can say in the intelligent manner, okay. So the computer of the fifth generation can process natural language also, so the current generation or fifth generation can process the natural language, play games, recognize images or of objects, and prove mathematical theorems, okay. So all of which lie in the domain of artificial intelligence. These are in the section of artificial intelligence, right? So so it is very interesting. I'm just telling you such this is the activity. Let's say close your eyes and think about two terms: machine learning as well as artificial intelligence. Okay. So when you close your eyes and think about that, okay. So in your mind, what comes in your mind? Okay. So I think it is my perception. Some robots will come in the picture, as you have seen in the movie. These robots may be the humanoid, maybe in the playing game, or maybe in the some types of you can say inspired by the nature, as a bird or as a you can say insect like, okay. So or it may be come in your mind, movie come in the mind, okay. So different types of movie based on the artificial intelligence will come in the recent Hollywood or in the Bollywood movies, okay. So you can imagine like a robot movie uh, released by in Bollywood, okay. So or latest movie was 2.0, robot 2.0 I think. So such type of activity will come when you think about the machine learning, or you can say the artificial intelligence. Such type of things will come in the mind, or the day there, or it might be you thinks about the different mathematical term. When you say artificial intelligence, machine learnings, then the different mathematical terms or different mathematical words will come in the mind, like mathematics, statics, data set, data analysis or data science, optimization techniques, different optimization algorithm, okay, soft computing, materialistic computing, computational method, data mining, machine vision, computer vision. There are so many things come in the mind, okay. So I have told about this story, that is the evolution of computing. So evolution of computing comes from the first you can say initial stone age to now a fifth generation. Okay, fifth generation computer, and this computer is exactly based on the AI. Now, all these things, all the recommendation system, what do you think will come on the picture on the domain of only the AI? Okay, so now we are going to define what is the AI. So before we go in the details of soft computing, we just be clear the domain AI. Okay, so AI is nothing but artificial intelligence is basically coined by John McCarthy 3 decades ago. Okay, and in 1950, he coined this term AI and said he is basically an American computer scientist, and in one of the conference in 1950 he published a paper. He presented a paper in 1956 at the Dartmouth conference. According to him, AI is basically the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer program. Okay, so so as per his definition, the simulation of human intelligence on a machine so as to make the machine efficient to identify and use the right piece of knowledge at a given step of solving a problem. So this is the basically motto. Okay, or you can say, and as an alternative, AI is basically a subject dealing with a computational model that can think and act rationally. Okay, so what do you mean rational? I'm repeating again this definition. AI is basically a subject dealing with a computational model that can think and act rationally. So, now the question is, what is the meaning of rational? So, rational thinking, does rational thinking and acting include all possible characteristics of intelligent system, right? So, so no, you can say, uh, come to the next. Okay, as the time passes, okay, as the time passes, the definition or you can say uh, the motivation of this definition and motivation also of the artificial intelligence will changes time to time. So in initial days of 1950, when it is coined, when it is discovered, when it is given, this concept is given, at that time it is only based on the engineering of making intelligent machine and program. But after the 1980s, the concept of machine learning has been developed, and this machine learning will provide to ability to learn without, you can say, being specifically programmed. Okay, so we will see later. So what is the application, how the machine learning is applied, and where it is applied. Okay, so after the timing changes, and the concept of deep learning has been evolved. Okay, and it is in the late of 2010 or 2010, the term deep learning has been evolved, and we see the learning based on the deep learning neural network. So what is this? We will see the later. So it is the basically, you can say, uh, the revolution of AI. Okay, the definition of AI is changes with the time. Okay, so you can say, to understand what exactly AI is, we illustrate some common problems. Okay, problem dealt with in AI generally use a common term called state. Okay, now what is a state? A state represents basically a status of solution at given step of problem solving procedure. So the solution of problem thus is a collection of the problem states, right? The problem solving procedures applies an operator to a state to get the next state, right? So then it applies another operator to the resulting state to drive a new state, right? So the process of applying an operator to a state, and it's subsequent, right? So basically it is all about that, right? So basically it is, AI is also known as, in the some problem, a state space approach, right? It is also known as a state space approach. So we will first discuss the state space approach for problem solving, and then we will discuss later. Okay, so here in this slide you can see this is the Venn diagram. Okay, so in this Venn diagram you can see here the the machine learning, soft computing, deep learning, data science, all these are the subset of artificial intelligence. So our idea is AI is nothing but enables the computer or machine to think. Okay, machines should be able to take own decision. So our idea is basically to take these terms: machine learning, deep learning, data science, soft computing. All these terms will support to the artificial intelligence, and finally we have to make the we have to make the system which mimics like humans. Okay, so you can say simulation of human intelligence on machine. So the final goal of AI based on these tools, okay, soft computing, machine learning, deep learning, data science, these are the some mathematical tools. Okay, based on these tools, the final goal of artificial intelligence, our goal is to create the artificial intelligence application, or you can say the final goal to create the application of AI, such as we will see from the example. Suppose, let's say, self-driving car. Okay, application, different application using machine learning, deep learning. Okay, third you can say recommender system. Okay, fourth one is object detection, object tracking. Okay, fourth one is like you can say a spam detection and something else. Okay, fifth one is text processing. So there are so many areas where this application of AI may be applied. Okay, so final goal is to create the application of AI based on whatever we have. We use the tools like soft computing, machine learning, deep learning, data science. Okay, so what it means, the conclusion is nothing. Conclusion is AI is basically, it enables the machine or computer to think, or enable to think, or enable to take its own decision, right? So this is the concept of nothing but the AI. Now come to the machine learning. So machine learning, you can say machine learning is subset of AI. So, and deep learning is superset of AI or subset of machine learning, right? So, from this machine learning, we will discuss in the later slide in more precisely. Basically, again you can see the data science. Data science is again overlapping, some portion is lapping some tools. This data science is basically a tool, mathematical tool, a statistical tools. We are also using the same in artificial intelligence, same you are using in the machine learning, same you are in the deep learning, and it's maybe the independent. Okay, similarly in the soft computing also a subset of artificial intelligence. So we see it one by one in the later slide. So come to the artificial intelligence. Again, we are concluding the artificial intelligence now. So you can see here from this slide the definition of basically AI. So AI is, what is AI? So what is artificial? Artificial means nothing but made by the humans or unnatural. Okay, and what is the meaning of intelligence? Intelligence word is basically taken from the Latin word, that is the intelligenta or intellectus. So it means? It means to comprehend or perceives. That is the ability to acquire. When the both terms are combined, then it becomes the ability to acquire and applying the knowledge and skills. So combining these words, we can say that nothing but AI is exhibiting intelligence artificially into machines. So making machine think. What what how we are acting, how we are thinking, the human body thinking. Now we have to mimic the same ability in the machines, right? Right, we will try to mimic the machines in that way. Okay, but it is also true, no machine we can make made till now that performs like a human body in whole way. Okay, now we are only making some part of the task. We are just giving a some part, or we are performing a some task, a specific task from the machines as we are doing. Okay, not a whole part. So any techniques that enables computers to mimic human intelligence using logic, if then rules. So if this is the very important, this is the this term is very important, and it is this term is given firstly by Lopti Jade. The Lopti Jade says the concept of the logic of Lopti Jade is based on the fuzzy logic, and fuzzy logic works on the if then rules. So any techniques that enables computers to mimic human intelligence using logic, and logic is nothing but if then rules, decision tree, machine learning, including deep learning and soft computing, using including optimization, various optimization techniques. Okay. Okay. So in the next slide, we will see the definition of machine learning. uh, so in here, I want to add one more line. The if then rules is basically based on the fuzzy logic. Okay, and then decision tree and machine learning we will see later. But here, because the machine learning and decision tree is added in the slide in later, but if then rule is not added. So I want to say here, in this regard, if then rule is derived, is basically derived from the is derived in the fuzzy logic. And the fuzzy logic is, the definition of fuzzy logic is basically based on the vagueness. And what do you mean by vagueness? Basically, suppose I am saying, uh, at which time I have started this lecture. Let's say I have started the lecture at 5:35. Okay, or 5:35. So anyone asks from me when you started this lecture. So I will take, I have started this lecture at 5:30. So, or let's say, what is the duration of this lecture? What is the duration of this lecture? Let's say the lecture has time of 58 minutes 30 seconds. But if anyone asks from me, what is the length of your lecture, what is the duration of the lecture, I will say 1 hour. So it is just like a vagueness. There is no significance of 2 minutes in that. There is no requirement of precision in this case. So we are normally using in daily life, we are not such type of terms only. Okay, and there is basically the precision is not required in this terms. Okay, so either we ask the questions to you. Suppose I am asking from you, today is what is rain will fall. So your answer will, it may be or it may not be. It may not be. Probability will say 50-50%. Probability will say, based on the mathematics, the answer is 50%. But when we see when we see the weather of today, we will conclude some, it may be 90% chances are there to rainfall, or the 10% chances not rainfall, or in somewhere it may be the percent is it 90% of chance of not of the having the rainfall, and 10% chance with is the rainfall. So we will calculating this 90% from the various parameters, based on the month, based on the humidity, based on the temperature, based on the climate of today, based on the past history, and that we calculated. So today we conclude that 90% chances to fall the rain. So this is the basically logic of, this is the basically the fuzzy logic is based on this concept only. Okay, now come to the machine learning. So basically, machine learning is entirely different from the soft computing. How? So you can say machine learning is basically the game of data, right? How the game of data? I am telling, the basically the decision, basically whatever the intelligent decision will be made, all based on the data, right? So I am defining the machine learning here. So just I am reading. Machine learning is basically the scientific study of algorithms and statistical models that computer system use to effectively perform a specific task, right, without using explicit instructions. relying on models and inference state. So what it means? It means, according to the author Samuel in 1959, he proposed that it is machine learning is nothing but a field of study that gives the computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. So it becomes little bit easier for the programming way. In the programming way, machine learning is basically a subfield of AI, as we have discussed. This is the subset of AI, and it concerns with the design and development of algorithms or techniques that enables the machines to improve its performance at some task through experience. Okay, so a major focus of ML is to make intelligent decision based on the data that I told earlier. So it is all about the game of data, right? All the decisions have been made, all the intelligent decisions have been made based on whatever the data acquired and which type of data is. So in simple words, machine learning is nothing but use of data to answer all the question. Okay, I think it is it clear? So in simplest term, we can say that what do you mean by machine learning? Okay, so in simplest term, machine learning is nothing but the game of all about the data. All the answer will given by the data using historical data to make future prediction, right? So let's say I'm giving one example. Let's say the COVID-19 is now a pandemic is going on, unfortunately, in all over the world, all over the globe. And this pandemic data of recovery, or you can say the different data of the suffered person, okay, and the death deceased person, okay, and the various data is going on day by day. The confirmed case till date, today is 1 June 2020, and today the data crosses 1 lakh 91,333 of India. Okay, and the active case is 93,000, 94,000 approximately, and the all and in this recovered case is 92,000. Deceased case is 5,413. Okay, so unfortunately this is the deceased case, but based on this data, using the machine learning, using these tools, we can predict the futures. We can predict when these curves going flattered. Okay, when what is the rate? What will the rate in the coming future of recovery? What will the active case? Okay, so all this prediction, all this forecasting may be made based on this machine learning only. Okay, so these datas are nothing but building models on historical data for the predictions, or you can say for the forecasting. So how it works basically? So based on this data, suppose I said 1,91,033 cases are today comes in the picture, confirmed cases comes in the picture. Okay, and we have the data from the different states. Let's say Maharashtra has 67,000 of the case confirmed. Okay, Tamil Nadu had 22,000, Delhi has. In similar way, all the different states have the different data of the confirmed case, active case, recovery current disease test. Based on this data, we can train our model, okay, build our model, and based on this training, we can test the future, or we can predict the future, we can forecast the futures in efficient way. So these are the beauty of, you can say, these are the beauty of machine learning or the artificial intelligence. Okay, so making the machine learn the pattern in the data. Okay, we can predict the pattern. Based on these patterns, we can predict the futures. Okay, so we will see from the example also. Okay, so now come to the next slide. Basically this slide tells about the different types of basically data, different forms of the data. So we are encountering from the different types of data in daily ways, in daily lives. So what are the types of data? Data may be the types of numerical, maybe the type of image, maybe the type of image, okay, maybe the type of video, maybe the type of sound, maybe the type of text. Okay, text in terms of tweets, comments, feedback, Facebook, social media, WhatsApp. So these are the different text data. sound data, video data, image data, numerical data will come. Okay. Now this is the application of numerical. Now come to the numerical data. Okay, first we are starting with the numerical data. So with the how the your mind will be diverted, or your mind will be vast, or mind will be changed based on this data. Okay, so nowadays you can see what is the importance of this data. Data is a new oil. Okay, or the with the help of this data we can own the third world also. When the third world, whenever we happen, that this data will help very plays a very significant role in that war. Okay, so based on this data you can say how, let's say you have visited one chappal shop, and you can say suppose slipper you have searched on the website, or let's say you have searched the, you can say, shirt on the website, or trouser on the website. Okay, now once you have once you have visited that, you can say, search engine, let's say Flipkart, or you can say Amazon.com. So when you search that shirt or the trousers or the shoes or the sandal, you can see after some times the similar type of products will be provided or will be added in your search engine as an advertisement. Okay, so these are the games of recommender system. These are the game of, you can say, the beauty of artificial intelligence, machine learnings. Okay, so now come to this basically slides. You can see here the first is the credit risk model. This model identifying the risky customers before offering a loan. So we are when bankers is going to give providing the uh, loan, he we first check your civil score. Okay, so civil score will tells either you are defaulters or not. So the civil score will collect all the data that will give all the data about your financial transactions in the past. Okay, based on that financial transaction, the bankers will decide either you are able to return, or you will able to pay the EMI or not. Okay, so this is the matter. Marketing analysis also made by the machine learnings, numerical data. So do you receive any marketing calls? Okay, sorry. So do you receive any marketing calls? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you received any marketing call from Audica? No, because the selling strategy or the marketing strategy of the selling the Audi car is entirely different from the Maruti 800. Okay, so it is the based on the marketing analytics. Okay, right. So in similar way you can say retail sales analytics. Have you ever wondered why only you are getting promotional offers on clothes and accessories, where I am getting offers on apartments? As I am getting offers on apartment, no. Similar way you can apply this machine learning in the fraud analytics. How does the bank decide the potential fraud transaction from millions of credit card swipes? Is it okay? So it is basically based on the numerical data, right? In this picture, this picture is again from your institute only, and our department only. Our head of department is presented some tokens, guest of tokens, to our worthy director sir. And in this picture you can see this is the basically type, this is the data type in the form of images. Okay, and it is, you can see the machine learning, how the machine learning effectively identify or detect the persons and the tie and the monitor and you can say potted plant or cup. Even this machine learnings has detected, I think, cell phone also, bottle also, cup also. Okay, so in this picture you can see here, this is a very overlapping, but I can see show you this software is basically detect the chair, the vacant chair, okay, the potted plant, the cup, the bottle, the person, the cell phone, okay, the tie of the person, right. So such type of development is basically have done with the help of images. Okay, so this is the image data, and with the help of the image data we can machine learning have been implemented to detect these things. Okay, so this is one of the application of machine learning in the form of image data. So you can see here in this picture, the apple may be quantified and also the qualified. Okay, so the quality of this apple we can detect from these pictures, or also we can quantify or we can count this number of these you can say apples or the fruit, right. In this picture, basically this is the image taken from the also our ground, and this ground containing some types of thrones. Okay, some types of unwanted grass containing some types of thrones. Okay, so these thrones are basically very harmful, and in our campus daily our cycle or bicycles or our motorcycles got punctured due to this thrones, and we have to identify this in this way. Okay, we detect this thrones in this way also. Okay, so next this one is the picture. The first picture is basically we have taken from the internet, and in this picture we can see the object, the different object has been how have been classified. You can see from the first, the truck has been this is the one type of truck, car, taxi type things are there. Second is the bicycles, and third is the dog. Okay, so the software, the YOLO software is able to identify these objects. Okay, so this in the second picture you can see there's a masking of the car, and it helps in the auto drive car. Okay, this picture is basically taken from the Keras TensorFlow website, and this picture is recently published by them. Or this is basically the detection of COVID-19 from the affected people's affect the right hand sides of the picture is basically affected, is picture of affect COVID-19 affected people, and the left hand picture is basically the basically of the healthy peoples. And now we can compare this picture from the basically features, and we can decide the person either have affected from the COVID-19 or not. So many developments are going on this area, but one of the basically area I'm telling about you. So this is the basically application various area where we can implement the machine learning. Okay, so in this picture also we can see, where we can see that this is the work of our my BTech students, you also guys, right. So the what they had did in this task, they have basically developed a CNN or the CNN type of network, and using that network they have classified the persons those who are not wearing the helmet. Okay, so you can here see the persons either did this picture detect either the persons having the helmet or not. Okay, so it will help the traffic police. Okay, so now it's all about the video lecture. Now come to the sorry, sorry. Sorry. So now it is just the video I want to show you, and this is the video taken from the YouTube. Okay, and basically this is the video of, you can say, the moving object, okay, detection. So in this video you can see the object detection has been made, object tracking has been made with the help of the machine learning YOLO software. Basically, the boundary box had been changing dynamically when the persons are moving from one side to another side, okay, or from one place, one coordinate to different coordinate, okay. So basically, this is the case. In the second video, just I want to show you. This is the basically the taken, this video is taken from also from the YouTube, and this is the, you can see the paper, the person is Daniel Gordon, and they have performed the experiment. And you see, you can see here the object is moving in dynamically in very high with high very high speed, but the boundary box will also changes with that coordinates, okay. In this now the pictures we can see the video, the boundary box is also going to changes with the position or with the coordinates, you can see here, okay. So from the video it is very clear that now we can detect the object, or we can track the object in efficient manner with the help of the machine learning tools, okay. Machine learning tools or the overall we can say for you from the artificial intelligence, okay. So you can see this this picture. So now when the occlusion will come, it is basically it is failed to detect either it is hand or you can say the earphone. So occlusion in this scenario, now our researchers will develop working on this occlusion task, okay. Now you can see this missile is tracking, or the flight is tracking with the help of this software, okay. Now you can see this is the animal, you could duck type things, I know, I think. And you see, you can see it from the picture, the boundary box is also changing with the changing the size or shape of this bird, okay. The aspect ratio will change when the fast when we are using the fasting moving fasting object. You can see the object boundary box is again changing with the you can say the ball, right. So in this way now I think you are able to understand what is the significance of these what is the significance of these images, okay. Now you can see we are just tracking that uh, car, or I think that object, okay, efficiently, right. So with the help of this we can now see this is the object, okay, we are tracking, okay. So this is a fast motion but unable to there are so many works are remaining here, okay. In the future we can do, but our uh, researchers have started a lot of development in this regard, okay. So now the next is the SIRD model. This model is basically done. This is again it is a work carried out by my students, and this in this model basically the again what I have talked earlier. This is the basically prediction or forecasting of COVID-19 affected peoples, or you can say the deceased peoples, or you can say the confirmed case or active case or the recovered case. Based on this model you can search or you can google this SEIRD model, that is sustainable exposed infected recovered and dead. This model basically coined from this difference five differential equation, and sixth is the equation n equals to SEIRD. And based on this you can the result has been you can say the drawn. And I'm not going to discuss this result because this is the only we are talking about the application of the machine learning and the soft computing here. Okay, artificial intelligence. So next is the image data. Image data is also one kind of numerical data. You can say six here. So this six is converted into some type of matrix in the sum of numerical data, right? And we will process this. Okay. Now come to the application of text data. This text data will take with the help of some we will taking from with the help of nowadays from the mail, from the twitters, from the Facebook, and the IT cell of the different political parties will do data analysis, and based on that analysis, the sentimental analysis have been done. Okay, and extraction of key topics in the data document classification have been done, and all these things may be made today with the help of this text. Okay, the fake news will be the most common things to in the today news. Okay, in today's social media also. Okay, the spam type of work is also you have done in a right now in the project also. Okay, so one of the group is done on the spam classification. Okay, so there are so many one of the students in my group have also done the sentimental analysis based on the Twitter. Okay, uh, so now what is the basically logic or how this machine learning will work. Okay, so basically it is nothing but based on the three learning rules. Okay, so the first rule is basically supervised learning, second rule is unsupervised learning, and third rule is basically a, you can say, reinforcement learning, or that is a semi supervised machine learning. Okay, so basically what is these types of learning. So and from this picture, you can see here basically in supervised types of learning, uh, we have previous, or you can say past, labeled data, and with the help of this labeled data with the help of this labeled data, we can predict we can forecast, or we can predict for the futures. Okay, so you can see from this experiment is this block diagram. From this from here, the data is collected, and the data is collected as a labeled form. Okay, in the labeled form, and this labeled form, some 80%, 90%, or some percentage will send to the training, will be used for the training set. Okay, and based on this training, or based on this machine learning, okay, we will use 10 to 20% for the test signals or test data, and after the using that test, we will predict the model. Okay, or after the model, we compare this for the real time, and then the statistical analysis have been done, what is the accuracy of prediction, or what is the in which form the prediction have been done. Okay, so now come to the unsupervised learning. So in unsupervised learning, basically unsupervised learning, there is the note the data is basically unlabeled or not labeled. Okay, so in the absence of that data unlabeling, you can say basically the approach to solve such type of learning, or such type of problem that is unsupervised, is clustering type. Okay, so before going the types approach, just we will going to discuss here. In this learning, deep learning model is handed a data set without explicit instructions on what to do with it. Okay, the training data set is a collection of examples without a specific desired outcomes or correct answer. The neural network then attempts to automatically find the structures in the data by extracting useful features and analyzing the structures. Okay, So it means there is a no label data in this learning, and now we have to make the learning. We have to training the data set, and with the help of that training data set, we will test further. Okay. So what was the approach to solve such type of problems, with such type of approach of algorithm learning? So clustering is the answer. Okay. So in clustering, what mean in clustering? It deals basically with the finding a structure in a collection of unlabeled data. Okay. Now this unlabeled data, a loose definition of clustering could be the process of organizing objects into groups whose members are similar in some way. Okay, so similar data has been classified in one group and unsimilar data has been classified in other groups. So, what is the clustering approach? So, there are different types of approaches or the clustering types. Categorization is given here. So first is the distance based clustering, or it is also known as k-mean clustering. Okay, sorry, Euclidean distance based clustering. Second one is the k-means. Third one is the fuzzy k-means. There is some modification in the k-means and becomes a fuzzy. Fuzzy is hybrided with the k-means here. And fourth is the hierarchical clustering. Fifth one is the DB scan mean clustering, and sixth one is a mixture of Gaussian learning. So we will try to cover, okay, uh, these things in the next slide, next lectures. Uh, Hope. However, basically, what is the what do you mean by clustering? Basically, clustering is nothing but task of identifying subgroups in the data, right? Such that data points the same subgroups, or you can say subgroup means cluster. So such that the data points in the same cluster are very similar, while data point in different cluster are very different. So the similar type of data has been categorized in one side, and different clusters are categorized in another side. So trying to find these homogeneous subgroups within the data such that data points in each clusters are as similar as possible according to similarity measures. So similar with the help of similarity measures, we can classify, or we can make the cluster of the similar datas. So similarity measure can be done with the help of sorry, Euclidean based distance or correlation based distance. Okay, so in this similarity measures, basically clustering analysis can be done on the basis of this basis of some features. Okay, now come to the k-means clustering algorithms. Basically, k-mean algorithm is an iterative algorithm, right, that tries to partition the dataset into k predefined distinct non-overlapping subgroups or clusters, where each data point belongs to only one group, right? So in this k-means cluster, it tries to make the inter-cluster data points as similar uh, as possible, while also keeping the cluster as different as possible, right? So this is the basically you can say the k-mean clusters. So next is the, you can say, hierarchical clustering. So in the hierarchical clustering, there are two types of approaches. First is the agglomerative, and second the divisive. Basically, it is topward and downward approaches. So in the agglomerative types of hierarchical clustering, in this technique, basically each data point is considered as an individual cluster. Listen very carefully. In this technique, basically each data point is considered as an individual cluster, right? Now at each iteration, after the iteration, the similar cluster merges with one cluster until one cluster or k cluster are formed, right? So, or however, in the divisive type of clustering, hierarchical clustering, we are in the downward approach. In this clustering, basically we consider all data points in a single cluster, right? and in each iteration we separate the data point from the cluster which are not similar. Each data point which is separated is considered as an individual cluster. In the end we will left with the n cluster. So this is the concept of the hierarchical type of clustering. Now we come to the DBSCAN clustering. So density based special clustering of the application, it is basically the full form of DBSCAN clustering is density based special clustering of uh, clustering. Okay, so basically in this clustering, a given data set of point in some space, it groups basically together points that are closely packed, okay, together, points with the many nearby neighbors, marking as an outliers points that lies alone in low density regions. So this is the concept of DB scan. uh, Machine. This is the overview. Basically I am giving just a overview of this one. Last one is the the reinforced semi supervised learning. And semi supervised learning, basically some part of the data is labeled, however the some part of data is not labeled. So the computer machine learning model learns slowly by seeing the past data, and learning will continue as see the past and present data and environment will coming up. So from the block diagram you can see from the environment will coming up, and from the past data and from the present data, from the past data, from the present data and the environment or the feedback, the correction is going on in this, and the the unsupervised learning, or sorry, reinforced learning will act. So one of the example of this reinforced learning is gameplay. So in this gameplay, basically let's consider a board game like chess. In this game, in order to determine the best move, basically the players need to think about various factors, right? The number of possibilities is so large, right, that is not possible to perform brute force search. Now if we were to build a machine to play such a game, now our target is to, so let's say, to build a machine to play or to act some the chess game. So such a game using traditional technique, we need to specify a large number of rules, a large number of permutation combination to cover all the possibilities. However, the reinforced learning will not do like this. Reinforced learning completely bypasses these problems, and we do not know manually specify any rules. We are not using we are not feeding the manual rules in the machines. The machines will learn basically with the, as we are playing the game with we, from our style. Okay, the learning agent simply learns by actually playing the game. So as we play with the machine will learn and act sequence subsequently. Now I think the lecture is going to beyond 59 minutes, 58 minutes. So I am stopping here, and but I want to discuss many more. But in the next lectures, we will try to cover this further modification in the machine learnings, and you can say what do you mean by deep learning, how the deep learning is a superset of artificial intelligence and subset of the machine learnings. And then we will see the then we will see what makes the deep learning specific and interesting. And we will try to prove the deep learning is subset of machine learning. Okay, and then we will see the machine artificial intelligence and how the artificial intelligence will work with the help of machine learning feedback, we will see. And then we will prove the deep learning artificial intelligence is a overall goal. We have to achieve basically the application based on the artificial intelligence with the help of these machine learning deep learning tools. Then we will discuss in the next lectures, next video, what is the data science, okay, and then what are the different types of data science, what are the different tools of data science, what are the different skills needed for the data science, and how these are intercorrelated with each other, okay. Then lastly, then we will start what is the soft computing and how the soft computing will related to the artificial intelligence, and what are the different tools of soft computings, and then we will discuss the metaheuristic algorithms, okay. What are different metaheuristic algorithms available and what is it means. Then we will go in the details of neural network and then all the stuffs. So before ending the lectures, uh, you know I'm just quoting a line: a year spent in artificial intelligence is enough to make one believe in God. Okay, so uh, from this last point, I am just thank to all for your attention. Thank you very much.